Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my predictions for the 2024 Boise State football season. Now, as you can tell, Trasher's not voicing this episode. It's going to be T.Y. Fridge because Boise State's my team and all. So he asked me to do it for him, and I'm really excited to do this. So let's get into these predictions. So up first, we have Boise State at Georgia Southern. Now, I know Georgia Southern lost 5 of their last game, I think the final 5 games that last season, and by quite a large margin. So I'm not sure, I don't know a whole lot about Georgia State, but knowing that they kind of started off strong, but ended off losing their last 5 games in a row. I don't think they're going to do great. I remember I did make a comment in one of Trasher's videos, and someone told me that they thought Boise State was going to lose to Georgia Southern since we were going there, and they gave me a whole in-depth explanation, but I will put that up on the screen for you, and you guys read what you think about that. But I still believe that Boise State's going to win that game by quite a bit. So I think my final score prediction is going to be 42-0. Strong start for the Boise State Broncos. Now the big one, week 2, Boise State at Oregon. Now, if you guys have paid attention, me and Neon King, shout out to Neon, have been going back and forth about this game for a while, because Boise State is currently 3-0 against Oregon. So it's been a little, we haven't lost to you guys, we haven't done this, but to be 100% fair, Oregon is a really good team. They have a really good quarterback. I'm pretty sure that just transferred there out of Dillian Gabriel. And we also got a good quarterback, but at the moment, it seems like it's still a battle between the two quarterbacks, between Malachi Nelson and Maddox Madsen. Being a Boise State fan, going to those games, watching Madsen play, he's good and all, but I don't think he has the frame to fit the quarterback position we need right now, and I think Malachi's better for that. Anyway, I think as a biased fan, I want to say my final score prediction is going to be 31-28 for Boise State, but in all reality, Oregon's probably going to wipe the floor with us. So I say final score prediction is probably going to be somewhere around the 40s, and then Boise State has 14. Now on to week 3, we got Portland State at Boise State. Honestly, Boise State has pretty much owned Portland State every time we've played them. Fun fact, I did go to the last game that they did play, and Boise State mopped the floor with them. And honestly, we have a better team now than we did back then, and I don't believe Portland State has gotten any better. So to be short and sweet, Boise State's going to kind of blow them out of the water here. Maybe they score a late touchdown, but I say final score somewhere around 50-0. 50-7. Now we got Washington State at Boise State. So this is going to be a close game in my opinion. I think right out the gate it's going to be pretty close. But towards the end, I feel like Boise State's going to pull away like they typically do. Makes it look like they're going to lose at first and they finally pull away. That's the little Boise State game for you if you've ever watched one. But I think final score here is going to be 28-20. 21, something like that. I think we win by a touchdown, maybe a field goal, but I think final predictions can be 21-28. Now we got Utah State at Boise State. So I think this is going to be another sneaky close game. Utah State might squeak out the win, but I do think Boise State pulls through. I don't think the Utah State's D-line is going to be able to handle Ashton Genty with, the high of a running back prospect that he is and talent that he is. So I don't think they can really do that, but I do believe this is going to be a pretty close game. We got our 3rd home game in a row. I think we get a little cocky, but I think final score is going to be somewhere like 28-25 maybe. After a 3-game streak of being at home, Boise State travels to Hawaii. Now, Hawaii hasn't been good since 2007. I don't know what their program's really doing right now. It's looking kind of scary over there. Not trying to be rude, but it's just how it looks to everybody, I think. This is going to be a blowout. I say 60-0. Boise State on the road again here, traveling to UNLV. Now, with this Mountain West matchup, I do think it's going to be another close one, but I still believe Boise State's going to pull out on top. They usually do against UNLV. That's what we did last year as well with a not as good quarterback. So I think final score somewhere I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be anywhere from 21-17 to 14-7. Then the following week, San Diego State travels to Boise State. Now, last year, this game was very close. Boise State barely came out with the win, winning by 3 points. Now, I think this year we have a new quarterback who is going to probably lead this team to really good things in Malachi Nelson. So I do believe that Boise State is going to win this game again, but I think it might be close. But I say we win by at least a touchdown. Another home game for the Broncos against Nevada. Nevada hasn't really shown to be anything impressive in the last couple years. So I say Boise State wins this pretty handily, winning by at least 3 touchdowns. Now, this time around, Boise State is going to travel to San Jose State. And fun fact, I went to the game last year where San Jose State was in Boise. And now Boise State looked like they were giving up and they weren't really trying as hard as they could. And it looked like they were going to lose. But in typical Boise State fashion, they came back and won pretty handily. So that was a fun game to watch. Now, this year, I think it's probably going to be the same thing. Close game, close game, close game. Boise State pulls out on top. I say we win by 10 points. Here's where it gets tricky. Boise State is traveling to Wyoming. Now, Wyoming has beaten us quite a few times the last times we played them. It's been close. It's been, within 10 points. But I think this is going to be a very tough one for Boise State. We always have a hard time, especially if we're traveling to Wyoming. Now, as a biased Boise State fan, I want to say we should win this game. I always say that when we play Wyoming, but usually we lose. But with a new head coach after firing Avalos and having a new quarterback, I think this program is changing for the better. So I'm going to say this is a very close game. I say we only win by 3, a couple points. But this is definitely one that they could take a loss to. For the final game of the regular season, Oregon State travels to Boise State. Now, last time these two teams played, Oregon whooped Boise State pretty bad. And it was at Oregon State, so that could be a factor, but now they're in Boise, I don't know. But Oregon State has kind of owned Boise State for a while, and if I'm going to be 100% honest, I expect us to lose this game. Now, for my final predictions, Boise State is going to be 10-2. I think that is our ceiling is going to be 10-2. As a biased fan, I want to say we're going to go undefeated and go to the college football playoffs, but obviously that's a stretch because beating Oregon or Oregon State is going to be crazy for us. But I think our floor is definitely max 3 or 4 losses. But I think my official predictions is definitely going to stick with 10-2 with those 2 games against Oregon and Oregon State. I am excited to see your guys' reactions to my predictions. I'm definitely expecting a comment from Neon. But if you guys do have anything to say about my predictions, make sure to leave a comment. And if you did enjoy, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And if you'd like, you can visit my channel, TY Fridge, hit that subscribe button, help me out a lot. I'm going to start posting soon. And thank you for watching.